Hello, everybody. It's your daily report with Angry Tim. You can see I usually have blue skies back here, but that storm coming in from California is hitting us over in Nevada, and we're probably going to have a stormy week. They said we might even get snow out here. So if we do get some snow out in the mountains or in my area, I'll try and make a video out there. But you could probably see back there we're getting some clouds here. It's kind of interesting because we rarely get clouds out here in the desert, so it's nice to get some moisture and humidity out here. It's been really dry lately. This is if you're a Las Vegas traveler, or you like to come out here a lot. This is coming out of maybe you know this place, the Rio Hotel. They have some new changes there with tipping. I've done a few videos about tipping culture. So it looks like they're changing some of the rules on tipping at the hotel there. I thought it was interesting. So they're changing their tip policy. This is coming out of the Las Vegas Review Journal. So an off-strip casino is proposing a new tip-out policy for table game dealers in an apparent effort to attract more highly skilled employees. However, some dealers at Rio, Las Vegas, are skeptical the changes will benefit them, and they wonder why this specific policy is rarely used in the industry. According to an internal memo shared with the Review Journal, Rio is implementing a 50-50 toke split for all table game dealers. Under the new policy, dealers will keep 50% of the tips or tokes earned at their table. The other 50% will be pooled and split evenly among all dealers who worked within the given 24-hour period. Prior to the change in tip-out procedure, Rio dealers pooled all the tips within a 24-hour period, and the money was divvied up. Those tips were documented, taxed, and included in the employee's paycheck along with the hourly rate. So I didn't know, I mean, I guess it happens a lot in the industry, but I didn't know they were doing this at all the casinos. So, you know, if you're playing blackjack, you know, and you do well and you tip $20 to the dealer when you leave, you know, I always thought that 20 went to the dealer, right? But apparently not. According to this, all the tips they go into a pool and then they just split it up with all the dealers that were working in the past 24 hours. So that person, you know, you were working with, or, you know, the dealer you were interacting with, he doesn't directly get that tip. So that's what the Rio Las Vegas is trying to change, because yeah, I guess it's kind of unfair. If you're a really good I mean, it's almost like communism, right? You're just splitting the hardworking dealers, getting the big tips. You know, maybe he's getting a couple $100 because these, you know, everyone's having a good time, where he's playing you know, some tables are worth more than other tables. So, you know, some dealers are bringing in a lot more tips than other dealers, but they got to divide it out. So I can see how it's not fair, and dealers that are really good, that are able to get the big tips, would rather have this type of system where they keep at least 50%, and then the other 50%, you know, goes into the pool and they split it up. But I always thought 100% went to the dealers. I guess it's like that. Is it like that with most restaurants? Let me know in the comments if you work in the industry. If you're maybe the high-end restaurants, I don't know if there's a difference. But if you're in, you know, if you're in the restaurant industry, how tips, do you keep all your tips when, you know, the customer leaves 25% tip? Do you keep all of that, or does it all go in a pool? Because, you know, if you're a good waiter and you're able to, you know, get good tip, I mean, it would kind of suck that it gets just thrown into a pool, right? You don't get that. You know, they leave you $100, say, hey, great job, and then it just gets thrown into, everyone gets it, right? It gets split up. So that would really suck. And that would, if you were a hard worker, you'd probably work less hard, right? And then the lazy guys out there, not doing such a good job, are like, hey man, you know, tips, I got a lot this week, I wonder what happened, but I'm not doing much anyway, so why should I work any harder? I'm getting the same tip as that other guy busting his butt, so why should I do any more, because I'm already getting his same pay? And then the guy busting his butt is like, Why is that guy? He doesn't do anything. He sucks. He gets all, complaints all the time. He gets, bad tips, but he's getting the same, tip that I get, when after they split it up and everyone gets the same tip amount. So let me know in the comments. I don't know what industries are, are they pulling all the tips, or they're going to pull half the tips and you keep half the tips. But why not just let the dealers keep 100% of the tips, right? Because when you tip someone, if the service is good or bad at a restaurant, you're kind of tipping that person directly, or I guess you're tipping the restaurant. If the food is bad, it includes the cook and stuff too. But something more personal where there's just a dealer there and whatever, he brought you good luck or whatever it was, but you made a bunch of money with that particular guy that night, and you want to tip him a couple $100 when you leave the table. Shouldn't that just go to him? I don't like the idea that you're tipping everyone that worked in a casino, in the past 24 hours. That doesn't make sense to me, but I can see the other guys, right, who don't get as much tip as that big dealer guy, the good one, would complain, oh, why does he make all the money and he gets all the tips? We should share. Man, that's just weird to me. I don't like it at all. I think all tips 100% should go to the person you're directing, who you're interacting with directly. And if you're at a restaurant, maybe the waiter, the waitress can tip the chef or whatever, if he brought out their food, quickly, came out great. Yeah, tip the chef, right, for doing a good job and made your customers happy. And if the chef sucked, the food came out wrong or burnt, cold, whatever it was, you're not going to get a good tip. And you're not going to be able to tip the chef either, right? Because you didn't make much money. So I think it should be that way. You can kind of track. If you suck, you suck. You're not going to get tipped. And if you suck at a waiter or waitress or as a dealer, you're not going to get the tips, and you should go find another job. Simple as that. But splitting it up, the good guys working hard, making all the tips, and just giving it to these other guys that aren't earning it, to me, doesn't seem fair. So on this one, yeah, I think they're right. They say in here that this new tip out policy for table game dealers is an apparent effort to attract more highly skilled employees. So maybe they're just trying to clean out all the bad dealers, right? And bring in dealers from maybe other casinos that want to make more money. And if they come here, they can keep 50% of the tips, and then they still have to share the other 50%. Anyway, that was new to me. Let me know if what you think, and if you are in the industry, tipping hotels, restaurants, casinos, how it works. Because I always thought you would give that money directly to them and that's their tip, but apparently not. That's all I got for you today. Your friend, Angry Tim.